Welcome back to the News Hub here at WSJ Live. I'm Simon Constable. It's time for Private Properties. We know you love it, which is what we have got. Lauren Schucker-Blum joining us now from the hardship location, Beverly Hills, California. Lauren, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with these beautiful properties. Michael Jackson's last home on sale.
That's right. So the home where Michael Jackson died the summer of 2009 is finally sold for $18.1 million. And the house has been owned by Hubert Guez, who runs the Ed Hardy clothing brand. And it's bought by an investment banker for Cerberus Capital Management, Stephen Mayer. And it's going to be, the next sort of music legendary home.
And you could have rented this if you didn't have the $18 million to buy. You could have been renting it for $100,000 a month.
Yeah, AEG rented it for Michael Jackson for that very steep price, which of course I'm sure was paid for by ticket sales. It's a lot to pay, even for a massive mansion in LA's Holmby Hills. This has like 13 bathrooms, a huge number of bedrooms. So it's a lot if you're not a pop star.
That is a lot of money, $100,000 a month. Okay, actor Albert Brooks has sold his home in Bel Air. This one's a little cheaper.
Yes, so this sold for about $6.3 million, and the actor Albert Brooks, who of course everyone knows from broadcast news and many other things, has sold the home. He bought it for about half the price back in 1992 and sort of saw it appreciate over time. And this was sold to a local LA businessman, we don't know who picked up the home. It has a pool, a huge number of grounds. It's kind of a ranch-style house, but it's still a pricey, hefty price tag.
Very pretty. Okay, so Gianni Versace's mansion, a mansion once owned by him, has reduced its list price.
Yes, so it's reduced, but it's still $100 million. So maybe it's prices you, Simon, out of the running. This house is sort of being watched by realtors all over the country. It was Versace's mansion. Peter Lofton, who is a kind of telecom mogul, bought it and turned it into, it was a private residence, and then it was sort of a boutique hotel, and there's a great restaurant there. So it's actually zoned for commercial and residential, which is quite rare. And it was in the market for $125 million. It's now down to $100 million because I think the realtors, who are quite well known, the Jills, are trying to kind of open up the listing price to a wider set of buyers.
Wow, I love it. That makes it a wider set of buyers. Wow, amazing. So Bill Ackman, he's the founder of and CEO of Pershing Square Capital.
Right.
What's he doing?
So he also has a price reduction on this house. I think it's 22% reduced, and it's $100 million estate, or $100 million acre estate rather, and it's in Chatham, New York. It has I think a 10,000 square foot home on the property, which is massive. And I think he bought it about 8 years ago, and it's just ready to sell. I think his daughters have grown up, but that's also reduced.